Good morning, guys and girls. Welcome to this English capsule. Thank you for watching. Today is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. Today I will refer to the environmental crisis of our planet, recycling, 6 benefits of recycling, and the problem of mining. To begin with, I want to give you a very sad news, and it is that our planet where we live is in a serious state of health. What is the main cause for disease on the planet? There is only one cause: excessive consumption, excessive demand for consumer goods, which consequences the reduction of forests, animals and plants, warmer oceans, etc. A chain that begins and ends with the human species. The diagnosis is not good at all. And to save the planet, there are only 3 solutions. All of them begin with the letter R: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Next, I want you to watch the following video.
Hello, I am the Earth. Yep, the very planet you live on. There are 3 words which start with the letter R, which I love. They are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Do you know why I love them so much? Because they are almost magical words. They can make all living things, as well as myself, be happier. I said that they are almost magical because without your help, it won't work. They need all of you children in order to do the trick. Each and every one of you are the real 3 R's magicians, those 3 words which can change the world. Do you want to know how? Yes? Well, let's find out. The first R is for reduce. If you think about it, there are many things you don't need. When you go to the supermarket, I'm sure you can take your own canvas bags instead of using disposable ones given to you. Like that, you will be reducing the amount of plastic, which is very contaminating. And I'm sure that you don't need to print out so many documents or photos, nor leave lights, television, or computers on when you're not using them. If you remember this, you'll be reducing the amount of paper being used as well as energy, and in turn will be helping to reduce the contamination. And these are just a few examples. I am sure you can think of many more different ways to reduce what you are using or creating unnecessary waste. The following question will help you with this task. Do I really need this, or is this just a whim? The second R is for recycling. Now, it is easier than ever to recycle things we don't need anymore so that they can be reused. Near your home, you can find places like the recycling station and containers for cans, plastic, paper, or organic waste. They each have specific colors to make it easier to identify. By using them, you will avoid contaminating nature, the rivers and seas, as well as the atmosphere, which is the air we breathe. And finally, we have the third R, which refers to reuse. How many things do you think we can reuse again and again instead of throwing them away? Let's see. A piece of paper that has only one side printed on, a carton box, a plastic bottle. You think now. With just a little bit of imagination, I'm sure you can come up with many more exciting and fun new uses for them. And remember, if you apply the 3 R's rule, you will make me a much cleaner planet with less contamination and where we can all enjoy a better life. Because, as you know, children can make the world of difference.
Main solution to save the life of our planet. To save our planet, there are only 3 solutions: reduce, reuse, and recycle. All are equally important, but the one I want to make the most emphasis on today is recycling. What is recycling? Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Recycling is crucial to the future health of our planet. Benefits of recycling. I will show you 6 reasons. First, conserving natural resources. The world's natural resources are finite, and some are in very short supply. At a fundamental level, recycle paper and wood. Yes, you can plant new trees, but you can't replace virgin rainforests or ancient woodlands once they are lost. Wood can be reused as building material, recycled into mulch for landscaping or pulp for paper production, and used beneficially as a fuel. Reusing and recycling wood resources we need to cut down trees. Recycling plastic means creating less new plastic, which is definitely a good thing, especially as it's usually made from fossil fuel hydrocarbons. Let's watch this video about.
In the UK, we use millions of plastic bottles, tubs and trays a day. These could be recycled into really useful things. Here's how. Bottles, tubs and trays are separated from other recyclable materials by hand or machine. They are cleaned and sorted by plastic type using clever technology, then sorted by colour, blue, natural, green and mixed, and are shredded, washed, melted and reformed into pellets, which can then be used to make fleeces and footy shirts, as well as toys, chairs and picnic benches, or more plastic bottles.
Now I'll show you recycling metals. Means there's less need for risky, expensive and damaging mining and extraction of new metal ores. This video will show you.
Last year in the UK, we recycled around 3.5 billion aluminium cans. That's enough to stretch around the world over 10 times. Here's how we do it. Cans are sorted from other waste either by hand or by machine. The cans are then divided into metal types using magnets. Steel cans are separated, leaving aluminium cans to be shredded into small pieces. These small pieces of aluminium are then formed into blocks. The blocks are then put into a furnace and heated to over 750 degrees centigrade. Chemicals are added to improve the quality of the molten metal, which is then poured into moulds, cooled by a curtain of water and rolled into very thin sheets, ready to be made into more cans, which can be back on the shelves in just 6 weeks.
Now, recycling glass reduces the need to use new raw materials like sand. It sounds hard to believe, but supplies of some types of sand are starting to get low around the world. I invite you to watch this video about.
In the UK, we recycle around 60% of our glass bottles and jars, but with a little effort, this could be as high as 90%. Using recycled glass saves energy, CO2 and raw materials, as well as reducing landfill. After bottles are collected, separated from other waste and sorted by colour, they arrive at the reprocessing factory and are crushed into small pieces called cullet. Contaminants are removed from the cullet using magnets, air suction and laser sorters. The cullet is melted in a furnace at over 1500 degrees C and certain key ingredients are added. The liquid glass is then divided into gobs, which can be blown or pressed into brand new bottles and jars. And because glass is such a great material, it can be recycled indefinitely.
Second, protecting ecosystems and wildlife. Recycling reduces the need to grow, harvest or extract new raw materials from the earth. That in turn lessens the harm, disruption and damage being done to the natural world. Fewer forests cut down, rivers diverted, wild animals harmed or displaced, and less pollution of water, soil and air. Third, reducing demand for raw materials. The world's increasing demand for new stuff has led to more of the poorest and most vulnerable people. For example, those living around forest or river systems being displaced from their homes or otherwise exploited. Forest communities can find themselves evicted as a result of the search for cheap timber, and rivers can be damaged or polluted by manufacturing waste. Fourth, saving energy. Making products from recycled materials requires less energy than making them from new raw materials. Sometimes it's a huge difference in energy. For example, producing new aluminum from old products, including recycled cans and foil, uses 95% less energy than making it from scratch. For steel, it's about a 70% energy saving. Making paper from pulped recycled paper uses 40% energy than making it from virgin wood fibers. Fifth, cutting climate-changing carbon emissions. Because recycling means you need to use less energy on sourcing and processing new raw materials, it produces lower carbon emissions, reducing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases being emitted into the atmosphere is vital for stopping disastrous climate change. Sixth, creating jobs. A report for the United Kingdom published a few years ago calculated that at least 50,000 new jobs in the United Kingdom could be created by 2025. If they only can reach the target of recycling 70% of their waste, which right now it's around 45%. It is estimated that 30,000 of the new jobs would be in recycling directly, with another 20,000 more in supply chains and a wider economy. Similarly, the same statistical proportion can be achieved for our country in Colombia and our municipality in El Carmen de Viboral. The problem of mining. Environmental impacts of mining can occur at local, regional and global scales through direct and indirect mining practices. Impacts can result in erosion, sinkholes, loss of biodiversity, or the contamination of soil, groundwater and surface water by the chemical emitted from mining processes. While positive impacts such as employment and community development projects are important, they do not offset the potential negatives. We have found mining can negatively affect people by forcing them from their homes and land and preventing them from accessing clean land and water. Okay, guys and girls, it's sad to say goodbye. Have a good weekend, enjoy with your family this Christmas season. Have a good day, bye.